What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com. A lot of requests for this. Obviously, it's it's the big summer jam, man. Anyway, I did a real easy acoustic version of this so people, the singers out there can play an easy version of it. But I'm actually going to break down that rhythm electric guitar style, or at least the best I can. And it's real percussive. It's really an interesting technique. So we're going to zoom in and I'm going to show it to you. Oh, and speaking of interesting techniques, my website is guitarjams.com. I've got a link down there that you can check out. Chord and scale book, video lessons that are not on YouTube sent to you through your email. I really appreciate all that support. So that link's right down there. Thank you so much. Let's zoom in though and work on this lesson. Here we go. So even though I was playing kind of the upper triads, the upper high strings, real funky, cheeky-chacky kind of thing, they're still based on the basic bar chords. So first things first, let's just figure out what the basic structure of the chord progression is, and then that helps me build my little mini shapes to get real squirrely on. And I'm just making words up here as I go, so there you have it. Anyway, the first chord is a B minor chord. My easy version was with a capo and all that. We're going to go for it all the way here. A B minor bar chord. So that fret is the 7th fret. Barred, and this looks like an E minor. So that's the first chord, B minor. The next chord is D major, and I'm going to play it right here. So 5th fret on the A string root. And then that looks like an A major chord. So, so that next one is an F sharp minor. So the F sharp root, the note F sharp, is right here on the 8th fret of the A string. And then you plug in an A minor looking shape. And then the final chord is an E major, and I'm going to play that same bar chord I did for D, but up a whole step, where the root's the E on the A string, and that is the 7th fret, and that looks like an A major. So when you put all those together, B minor to D, F sharp minor to the E, then B minor to the D, F sharp minor, then the E. And all I'm doing, first of all, my right hand is going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, and when it's 2 E and a 3 E. So my right hand is feeling the beat and I'm syncopating it. And it's a lot of that. And when I do this kind of thing, and this is just my own thing, this isn't some Berklee School of Music thing or whatever, however you can comfortably do it, but I tend to hold it with my index and middle finger and thumb when it's a fast rhythm kind of thing. And then when I'm soloing, I tend to pinch it with just 2. So like the real I tend to do the double finger, and it's more kind of like a paintbrush kind of thing. And then when I'm doing single notes, I tend to go into the 2-finger grip. So if you've got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, and if you look at my left hand, it's muting all the strings right now. So I'm just getting a percussive sound. So one thing that would be really good practice, and even you could go with the original recording and just do a rhythm thing. No notes, no chords, a rhythm thing. actually, my loop is not in perfect time because it's just a little piece. But if you went to the original recording, you could just sit there and just practice that. You know, and if you've ever had the urge to like tap along when you're listening to a band play or you're hearing a song that you like a lot, you know, it's that same vibe. You're like kind of dancing with it, and it's your right hand though. Right? Now, if I took those bar chords and strummed it to that, it's not going to sound like you know, like the recording. Right? Not even close. So there's more to it, right? And the biggest part of it is getting your chord shape, but not pressing down on the chord. And so for that first B minor, there's this great funky chord that the funk guys and the disco and all that use all the time, and it's just taking that from that bar chord and just playing the top strings of it. So that's the 7th fret right there. And so then, when you got that going, you can hear, and I want you to experiment with muting those strings and how hard you're pressing down, because you get percussive or you get the chord all the way. And it's really that middle ground that creates some of that really cool staccato, polyrhythmic, I'm using fancy words, rhythm playing. And it's just pressing down. Dun, 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 dun. So this is going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. You're feeling the strings vibrate under your finger, and you pick little rhythms out. And a lot of times it's like a triplet, dut, dut, dut. So if I got this. Dut, 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 dut. And you want it real staccato. So in other words, when you're squeezing down to hear the chord, it's going to be like taking up as little space as possible that you're actually holding the chord down all the way. So you're getting a real punchy sound, and you're not hearing these chords ring out a lot. So you're really emphasizing the... Okay, so now I'm going to go squeeze, 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 but not just robotic like squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'm going to like feel and find my little sweet spot of that vibration under my finger and experiment with just getting enough of that chord too at the same time. And do you hear that? It almost sounds like there's like little slap things going on under there, and it's all about the relationship of the muting, the strings vibrating under my left finger there. And this right hand, I'm just not really thinking about, up and down, up, down. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm just painting it. I'm dancing with my right hand and then just squeezing down. And here's the good news. The first 2 chords, you can do the same chord, because watch. I mean, it's almost the same chord. So you can do this one for the first B minor chord. Goes to that one, you can do that same thing. And then for this one, you could do the whole bar chord and just strum the high end, you know. Just doing that. So there's that. I was playing just using the fingers of just the top end of that chord. And then the final chord that at E major, I went to this little triad shape of the same thing, but so I could get an index finger on the 7th of the high E right there. 7, 9, and 9. So B minor. So you can still use even the full bar chords, but still it's all about what you're strumming and what you're muting. So it's going to take a little practice if you've never done it before. I mean, I didn't just, take one guitar lesson and then do it. I actually had to, all of a sudden I found myself in this like 70s cover band, and I had to like listen to the stuff for hours and hours and hours, and it's all about how much time you put into it. So have a little fun though. Don't forget that. All right, hope that was fun for you. May take a little practice for some of you that have never done that kind of strumming before, but have fun with it, and best of luck to you. I've got that link for extra materials. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll see you in another lesson real soon. Take care. See you later.